Apex has been out for 5 years nearly, and since then many people have gained many misconceptions about the game that are simply wrong, like misconceptions about how easy it is to get an heirloom, and many more. So let's start with my favourite misconception that might be making you bad at the game. You see, a lot of people are making a mistake in the way of putting a one-time sight on your assault rifle in Apex, as believe it or not, it's better that you run an assault rifle on iron sights until you find a 2x, and just skip out one-time sights completely. This is because when you look down an assault rifle's iron sights in Apex, you get a 1.3x zoom. But the second you put either of these two sights on your assault rifle, suddenly your zoom will become 1x instead of 1.3x. So if you're planning to use your assault rifle at longer ranges, just stick with iron sights until you find a 2x, providing your skin doesn't give you too much visual obstruction when aiming down sights. Luckily, Respawn have learned and realised people don't want to buy skins that give you visual obstruction, so they've stopped doing this recently. There's one misconception about Apex though that you'll only have if you're a very OG player, and if you see somebody do this, they've played the game for a long time. You see, back when Apex first came out, there was a genuine strategy to completely remove the slowdown you get when hitting the ground after a big drop. The way you stopped the stun is basically when you hit the ground after a big drop, all you had to do was punch the ground and then it would completely remove the stun. This was possible back in 2019, but I'm pretty sure in 2019 it was also patched. So if you see somebody still doing this in 2024, they are an OG player or just messing about. There's one misconception though you've probably not put much thought into, but now you know about this misconception, it will probably help you in the game. And it's that sniper bullets don't have the ability to grow in Apex. Yes, it's weird, but sniper bullets actually grow. It's strange. Let me explain it. This weird little quirk was actually discovered back when Vantage first came out, and it was simply discovered by someone who leaks going into the files and finding out that every 100 meters, sniper bullets grow. This is the growth of a normal sniper bullet from 100 meters to 200 meters to 300 meters. It does grow a tiny bit, but mostly it won't make a difference until you look below, and this is the growth possibility of Vantage's bullet. This is a bullet at 100 meters, 200 meters, and then 300 meters. If you shoot somebody from a huge range with Vantage, you're basically throwing a watermelon at them. This is why when you're playing Vantage, it seems like you can hit people without actually aiming at them. That is because it's true. You genuinely don't have to aim at somebody dead on to hit them with Vantage's bullet. You just kind of have to hit around them. With this new knowledge, also take into consideration that Respawn actually buffed Vantage's sniper damage recently in Season 22, and the thing is an absolute machine and definitely slept on. Her sniper is probably the most powerful sniper in the game now. This misconception might actually surprise you though, because most people in Apex think there's only 5 rarities in the game, but there's actually a secret rarity. Most people know Apex as having a common rarity, a rare rarity, an epic rarity, a legendary rarity, and also a mythic rarity, but most people don't realize there's a rarity which is this strange bluey green color, and this is the iconic rarity. This rarity currently only applies to skins that have been involved in the most recent crossovers in the game, being the Final Fantasy crossover and also the Post Malone crossover. There are 3 main ways these rarities make a difference to the game. First of all, when you're unboxing the item, you do see a light showing this weird rarity. Also, below the skin when you're viewing it, it does have the bluey greeny rarity light, and also these skins actually cost more than normal legendary skins, costing 2,150 Apex coins instead of 1,800 Apex coins like a legendary skin. We haven't actually seen this rarity make an appearance in the game since Season 19 with the Final Fantasy event, but who knows? Apex probably has some crossovers set for the future, we'll just have to wait. Also, most people do think the Post Malone crossover was the first crossover in Apex, but they're actually wrong, and you may own one of these skins and not realise it's part of a crossover, because back in late 2021, Respawn released a crossover with a streetwear brand called Market, and this event had several crossover skins. First of all, the Ringside Wraith skin, the Sundown Desperado Bloodhound skin, the Nightcrawler Mirage skin, and the Mike Check Lifeline skin. All of these skins were branded with Market's logo, and Market is still a streetwear brand to this day, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the iconic rarity wasn't invented back then, so all these skins are legendary and kinda just get sold like normal now. Fun fact, by the way, Respawn actually had to delay this crossover because the brand Market had to go through a name change because the name Chinatown Market caused some controversy, so this actually delayed the event by several months. Here's a misconception about the most popular legend in the the game though, Octane, and this one will make you rethink how you're playing. First of all, his stim doesn't work on ziplines, but that's not the point. When you stim, Respawn actually adds visual effects to make it look like you're going faster than you're actually going. They do this by absolutely cranking the field of view up anytime you stim, making it look like you're going much faster than you are. You can actually turn this off in the settings right here, and it makes stimming look a lot more realistic, and also it probably won't screw with your mind and make you think you're a speed demon when you're really not. You're just going slightly faster than everybody else. This is honestly one of those settings I would say you need to turn off. Also, it will make your aiming way steadier when aiming down sights while using a stim. And if you don't believe me, here's a demonstration to how field of view can make it look like you're going way faster than you are. In both of these clips, the player is running the same speed. Just because of the field of view, it looks like one is extremely slow and the other is extremely fast. What about heirlooms though? Because there's so many misconceptions about heirlooms, I could be here all day, but let's go with the biggest misconceptions. The first one is that you can only hold 150 heirloom shards in your account, and when you have 150, you can't physically unbox any more heirloom shards. This is simply untrue and stems from back in the day in the game. The amount of heirloom shards you had would be displayed out of 150, making people think you can only have 150 heirloom shards at once and you can't get any more. But this is simply untrue, and it was proven many times by people who are very lucky or very rich. A second misconception is pretty much just people coping with the fact that they've not got an heirloom yet, and a lot of people do believe the heirloom shard guarantee in Apex is a lie. If you're not aware, the heirloom shard guarantee in Apex is basically a bad luck prevention system Respawn put in the game, where you're guaranteed to get an heirloom every 500 pack, and most of the time this causes people to get an heirloom on their 500th pack opened in Apex. A player literally cannot open more than 500 Apex packs without getting heirloom shards, and a surprising amount of people believe this is a lie made up by Respawn, but there's literally no proof. After 5 years of Apex, if this was true, there probably would be proof. And since Vantage's season where they upgraded the level cap in Apex, every single player can earn over 500 Apex packs for free, making it so every single player will get a free heirloom at one point in their Apex playtime. Another misconception about Apex will make some people sad, but it's true, and it's that evil EA forced Respawn to cancel Titanfall 3 to make Apex Legends. And this isn't true, it's actually the opposite. Respawn were making Titanfall 3, but actually chose to make Apex Legends instead because they enjoyed it more, and this shift from developing Titanfall 3 to Apex Legends wasn't actually approved by EA. Respawn essentially didn't tell them for a long time, and then showed them one day and were like, yeah, please let us keep making Apex. And that's a fact a lot of people get pretty sad about. This next misconception though is going to be a pretty hard pill to swallow, because back in March of 2022, hackers actually managed to get their hands on a developer build of Apex and leaked a lot of things. And to this day, about 70% of the content that was leaked hasn't come out more than 2 years later. And a lot of people do still hold out hope that Respawn is going to release this legend that was leaked 2 years ago, or this map that was leaked 2 years ago. But the simple fact is, Respawn scrapped a lot of stuff, and they've probably scrapped or repurposed most of the stuff from these leaks from so long ago. For example, these two pistols called the Gemini pistols were leaked, and they were meant to be their own dual-wield weapon, but Respawn scrapped this dual pistol weapon and later repurposed it for the Akimbo gameplay system in Season 22. Or back in this leak we saw Respawn working on a city team deathmatch map, which was scrapped and I guess later repurposed into our newest map, E-District. So yeah, most of the stuff from this big leak is probably scrapped, but may get repurposed in the future, so there is still hope, but we probably aren't getting any of these weapons that were leaked back in the day, and that's just a hard pill to swallow. But did you believe any of these misconceptions? And subscribe if you like misconceptions and lying.